After recording your podcast and putting it together in Adobe Premiere, the next thing you want to do is you want to move it into your file locker. And I just moved it from the desktop onto the file locker. Now, mine actually moved. Yours probably will stay onto the desktop. But in order to do that, you have to log on to your file locker first and find the file and just simply move it into it. Well, from there, we can start up Dreamweaver, which I already started up my Dreamweaver. And let's go to the required file. I'll go to the design, and I already have the word podcast there. So there's my podcast. So I'm just going to link over to the podcast. Once we do that, all we have to do now is to, let's save the file, and we'll do a put, and I'll take dependents. It didn't actually send the podcast. I didn't see the podcast go. So you may have to find your podcast and click on the up arrow to force the podcast to go in. Now, I'm not going to do that here today because it'll take a very, very long time because I'm not on the broadband we have on the campus in the JLab. But once you do that, then you should be able to go to your website. See if I can find this website. And you should be able to click on required. And I actually didn't send mine up. But you should be able to see the podcast and be able to click on that. And when you click on the podcast, if it's not there, if you don't see it playing, that probably means that the actual podcast video wasn't sent. So you'll have to find that on your local side and do a put on that. But once you do that and you see that your video is there, and it may take a few moments for the video to load because this is going to be a relatively large file, you can fill out the form, and that will complete the podcast assignment.